Knock, knock. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. We've got a whole bunch of track equipment maintenance to go over, and we are picking up a real important piece of the puzzle to have in a little racetrack like we've got out here. We found a set of bleachers down in North Branch, Minnesota. We got about an hour and a half drive ahead of us, and we'll see you guys in a little while when we check these things out. I've been looking for these for a very long time. If you've ever shopped for aluminum bleachers or like stadium type seating, it is very expensive. So there's a lot of this stuff you guys have never thought of, but for fun, hop on Marketplace and you tell me how much aluminum bleachers sell for. You've probably never shopped for them, and I think it'll surprise you. These ones are real affordable. So that's all I got for the intro. We'll see you guys at the bleachers. Like probably all the way to that thing. Oh God, yeah. I'll grab them too high. Way better. This was the move. Oh, look at that, was almost broke out.
How about going from the end? You all walk it up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll go super slow.
Yep. Ready?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. They're all strapped up. My buddy Taylor and I got them all set up, so we got about an hour and a half drive back to the track. We're gonna go get some food real quick, and yeah, I think we're gonna start setting these up today, so we'll see you guys at the track. Alright, so I just got done doing some weed whipping. We got the bleachers pretty much dialed in. I've got a little bit of work to do to this one here, but overall I'm pretty stoked on how that all turned out. I'm going to fire up the blower here. This is actually something that I bought before even buying the track, because I knew we were about to close on it. So before I even owned the place, I bought that first. That was #1 out here. So for 50 bucks, it's put in its work, and it's going to put it in again today. I'm just going to blow off all this real quick. Then I'm going to use my new striping machine, and we are going to mark a tech box and then pave a couple of guiding lanes, I guess it would be, out here for the exit lane. So anyways, that's pretty much it. This will be self-explanatory. Let me fire this thing up. We're going to clean this off really well, then we're going to get to painting. One pull, watch this. So thank you to Facebook Marketplace a few days ago. I did buy a new used striping machine, which is what this is. So this is what makes stripes on parking lots, things like that. It's designed to have striping paint cans inverted. Then you can make up to from a 2-inch to a 4-inch wide stripe, and it's just a cart. So I played with it in the grass a little bit. I've never done this before, but what I'm going to do is paint a curved exit lane here to show and kind of guide cars where to go. And then about where my truck is parked is where I'm going to make the tech box. So when people come in at the next Autocross, they're going to park within the box. There'll be a couple cones in front of it. So if people come in late after the event has already started, we're not going to interrupt people that are running, and we'll be able to come over here when a car is parked and be able to tech them there. It'll also form a natural line if a couple people show up. So that's kind of the idea. This is more stuff that I've never even thought about until recently, and then going to other tracks, especially on Autocross, we can see there's so many levels to it that, all things considered, you know, after all the work we're doing out here, we're going to have a really nice little track out here. And it's small right now, but like I said in the last video, we're going to start working on the clay area, the karting track in the back, probably in the next video or so. We're about to get rolling on that. But for now, the bleachers are pretty well dialed in. Everything's cut and trimmed right now, and I'm going to try and figure this out with a couple of straight lines first, and I guess I'll go from there. So we'll see how this turns out when I'm all done. Okay, now it's not too bad. It's not perfect. I probably could have gone slower. It's got a little wiggle to it, but what I'm gonna do is actually go over it again. It's fairly spotty, and I think a couple of passes on it's gonna look okay. So I'll back you up a little bit and kind of show you. Not as proud as the curve, but it's probably not that great at it, or, you know, again, my technique is not that great. So what I'm gonna do is give that another shot. Okay, so I could use some work in the corners. I'm gonna stop painting the corners like that because I'm gonna end up just making it worse, I bet. I gotta look online and see how people do it, but I've got one more line to paint, and it's the outside one. And we're gonna go from the end of the barriers. We're gonna go from the end of the barriers where the spectating area is, and then make a big wide car width right here. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is mark out our yellow tech area where you're going to come in, and that's where you're going to park. I might even like hash it so you know it's real clear, it's not just a box, and it'll just be obvious. So, got one more box to make, about 11 feet, and I think about right here is fine. We're making the rules, so let's call it here. Alright, so that's pretty much it for tonight. We're going to come back out tomorrow and get working on some other stuff. I got to pick up some more white striping paint, some wood for fixing up this set of bleachers a little bit and structuring them up. I'm going to put this stuff away and we will continue the projects in the next segment of the video. Basically, we left off with the mule last, was that the battery was shot in it, as far as I can tell. So I went and had it load tested at Interstate, and sure enough, we got a bad battery. So that's no surprise. I ended up getting a new one. I think it was a 2019 anyways, so it's an older battery at this point, and I'm sure I just killed it working it the other day, running the radiator fan constantly, using this thing to drag that drag around. So no big deal. At this point, it didn't really owe me anything. I've had this thing, you know, for a year or so with that battery, and it finally gave up on me. But we'll get this zipped in real quick. Make sure it starts. I'm gonna meter it, make sure it's charging, and then I guess we can call this thing good to go again at that point. Got that. And we are charging. 1440. Looks good to me. Yeah, looks like our charger's working, or our little generator, so I'm gonna call that fixed. I think we just killed the battery. So, I'm sure someone will be curious. This is going to ensure that it cannot fall down if something does let go, but it's held up evenly with the hydraulics right now, nice and rigid. So I'm going to clean up a little work area, get on my kneelie pad, fire up the impact, and hopefully zip these blades right off. The one time, thank God when people use anti-seize. Dude, you can almost take it up like with just a small little crescent wrench. Oh,
yeah, you don't even got to get up.
I want to replace the Zerk on top here too. Do you want to putz with that?
You have?
I got angled ones, the bottom drawer of the toolbox. I've tried, if I recall, it's really tight and you can't get a grease fitting on it. There's that bar's in the way and it moves with the deck.
Well, that's...
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's in the bot. It's in a kit.
Is too small, huh?
For those?
The blades.
There's not a lot, but sometimes they'll get you by. So that's it. Alright, I'm done down there. Knock, knock. We're going to put up a wind generator actually in the near future. So that's going to go off of the edge of the peak there where I can hit a couple of studs with big standoff brackets. I got to get out about a foot. I figure this weatherhead is about perfect. I mean, it should probably go upright, but at the end of the day, I don't really think it matters that much. Especially if I get it all sealed up, but this will be a serviceable port entry now, which is good. Gotta figure out how to tie this up quick. I have to drill a hole or two, but no big deal. Anyways, I'm pretty much done with this. I'll show you the finished product. and we'll see if we're charging here. All right, so this is the rest of the PA system we got set up here. I'm gonna turn the volume down. I've got this simple boombox I'm using as an AM/FM receiver so we can play music during the day. And what we also have is our powered amplifier and our zone mixer. So we have 4 zone outputs, which means we can have up to 4 separate speakers independently controlled. We installed the one up on the edge of the building here. That'll be for spectating. And we got another zone set up here that is for the pit area. So I got it turned way down right now, but when we turn the volume up, we got good coverage. We already mixed it with nobody on site, and it seems to work. And what's really cool about it is that we can seamlessly go to talking on the microphone and really get an announcement done. So I'm gonna turn the music back up a little bit. We'll go out there a ways and I'll show you how well you can hear it. This thing actually cranks pretty good, so can't thank Kevin Pounds enough for hooking us up with this. Without him watching this and actually reaching out when Cody and I were in Ohio at pit race, this wouldn't have happened. So anyway, let's go hop in the truck. I'll show you guys how it works, and we're gonna start working on pumping down the pond over there. So the audio gain is set automatically here, but you can see how far away we are at this point. And I can hear it clear as day. I mean, you could actually have some music while you're hanging out talking, no problem. Anyway, so this is a great little system. I'll probably go shut her down. We don't need to be playing in the background, but this is a video for another time. We got a new project car in there to go over. And what we're doing is pumping down the pond because we're gonna start rehabbing the clay track here. This is a huge next thing to undergo. I guess if it pans out in the future, we're gonna start using that track. So my friend Chad and I, we chatted a lot and we decided to kind of give it a go. We got our dewatering permit. We're all ready to go there. So we're starting to pump down that pond today. That's about all I got for today's video. We got 2 nice sets of bleachers. We got a full PA system. Things are getting more and more dialed in out here, and we're getting set up for success for Autocross 3.0, which is this weekend. If you guys are interested in attending, you can go to the link in the description, or there's also a donation link if you want to donate a couple of bucks to the track. Most people are probably not interested in that, but enough have expressed interest in it that I've opened that as a way to be able to contribute if you chose to. And it's a way we can track it, and it'll be part of our income for every year and everything. So that's all I got for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching along the series so far. We got a lot more to come and a long ways to go, but we're not stopping. So we'll see you guys in the next video.